In this video, I will share how we can perform the double click action using the Selenium's action class. I will use this web application for the demo. When we perform the double click action on this, we see that text is highlighted with blue background. Let us now write a Selenium script to perform this action. We have created an instance of the driver and now we are passing the URL to driver.get, which will load it in Chrome browser. Let us create an instance of the actions class. Let us now find the element on which the right click need to be performed. We'll find by its XPath. Let us locate the XPath for this. Let me do right click and say inspect. As I see, it's an input tag, so we can write / input, and when I hit enter, I see it uniquely finds it as there is one element. So let us pass this XPath here. Once the element is located, now we need to call the API of actions class to perform the double click. Actions dot double click. As you see, there are two double click methods here. If you invoke the first one, it will perform the double click at the current mouse pointer position. And if you invoke the second one, here we need to pass the element on which a double click need to be performed. So since in our case, we need to perform the double click on the text box, so we will use a second method. And we will pass the text box web element here. Further, it is important to note that just by calling this method will not perform the double click. We have to invoke another method which is perform. Yeah. As soon as this program will be executed, double click will be performed, so we would not be able to observe. So let me add a little sleep here for 4 seconds. This will help us see that the double click is actually happening. I am now executing this program. Okay, now it should perform double click after 4 seconds. Okay, as we see, it has performed the double click. Let me quickly summarize the steps that we have written. We have instantiated the actions class by passing driver. Then we have invoked the method double click and we have passed the web element on which the double click need to be performed. In the end, we have called the perform method, which is required to perform the double click.